Welcome back to the A9 series, where we talk about the 99% of A9 that Amazon sellers do not know about, and some they do for context. It's totally free. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. If you're listening back on the podcast, pause and make your way over to the Seller Sessions YouTube channel, as the visual aspect will help more with gaining comprehension on A9 based on the science literature. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the query ranking module and their rank values, or rank juice as some people like to call it. Example, 8-figure brand owner Brandon Young, hello Brandon, and other contributors to the Amazon FBA community. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk about the query ranking module. There are various components that go into a search on Amazon. Firstly, queries need to go through an extraction process of a query module to produce a ranking value. The query understanding model is an important component to the product search. It is responsible for taking a user's search query and breaking it down into individual components. This is done so that the algorithm can better understand what the user is looking for. When a user enters a product query, the goal is to structure the query as much as possible to match to the right product and improve its ranking. For example, if the query is for a global brand sneaker, the query understanding model would work to identify these elements and structure the query to help with the ranking process. Once the query has been understood, the ranking model takes over. The ranking model uses the information from the query understanding model to determine the relevance of different products to a user's search query. This is done by assigning a ranking value to each product, which represents how well the product matches the user search query. The ranking value are then used to order the search results so that the most relevant products are shown first. It's important to note that determining the relevance of products is a complex task, and there are many factors that go into assigning the ranking value. Some of these factors include the product's title, bullet points, price, reviews, and other attributes I'll get into later. The ranking model must consider all of these factors and weigh them appropriately in order to arrive at a ranking value that accurately reflects the product's relevance to the user's search query. When a user searches for something on Amazon, the search query is usually unstructured text, which means that it's free text and not categorized. The first challenge is to parse the query and tag the different parts of it so the search algorithm can understand what the user is looking for. So let's have a chat about unstructured data and how the query tagging works. In this specific example, the search query is looking for a Nike shoe that costs under $200 and is a prime product for women. To understand this, the algorithm needs to tag different parts of the query. Example, Nike is tagged as the brand, shoe is tagged as the product type, and under 200 is tagged as the price constraint. Women is tagged as the gender constraint, and prime is tagged as the delivery constraint. By tagging these different parts of the query, the search algorithm can then use this information to match with the relevant products on Amazon and provide the user with the most relevant search results. Here are some other type of items that can be tagged for data in a search query. So you've got category, brand, color, size, material, style, and availability. You've also got ratings. And at number 9 we got here is features. Tagging specific product features could be useful for users who are looking for products with certain functionalities, such as waterproof, noise cancelling, or wireless. So, how could this relate to, say, possible indexing issues? Well, here's a possible breakdown of reasons where a keyword such as vintage may not index for, say, a t-shirt. So 1, category. The category of the product may not be relevant to the keyword vintage. For example, if the t-shirt is listed in the men's clothing category, but the keyword is vintage, is more commonly associated with women's clothing. Number 2, the attributes of the product may not match the keyword vintage. For example, if the t-shirt is made from modern materials and has a contemporary design. Relevance. The algorithm may not consider the t-shirt to be relevant to the keyword vintage. This could be due to factors such as the popularity of the keyword, the search history of the user, or the quality of the product listing. The competition for the keyword vintage may be high, and other sellers may have more relevant or popular products that are indexed for that keyword. This could make it difficult for your t-shirt to appear in the search results for the keyword vintage. Let's have a quick chat about autocomplete as we can weave this in terms of context to rank values. If a search term or a product become popular but it's not already included in the autocomplete suggestions, A9's algorithm will eventually update to include that term in the autocomplete list based on user search behavior. Here's how the process might work. Number 1, tracking user searches. Amazon is constantly tracking user search behavior to identify popular search terms and products. If a particular search term or product starts to get a lot of searches, the algorithm will take notice. Number 2, monitoring product sales. In addition to tracking user searches, monitoring product sales data plays its role. If a product is selling well, the algorithm may identify it as popular and begin suggesting this in the autocomplete list. Number 3, updating autocomplete suggestions. As the algorithm identifies popular search terms and products, it will update the autocomplete suggestions to include in these. So, if a previous unpopular search term or product became popular, the algorithm would eventually include this in the autocomplete suggestions. Overall, the autocomplete algorithm is designed to be dynamic and adaptive, constantly updating to reflect changes in user behavior and product popularity. This ensures that shoppers have the best possible experience and can easily find the products that they're looking for, whether they're searching for a popular item or something more niche. So, in general, the autocomplete suggestions are generated based on the same factors that the search ranking algorithm uses to rank search results. Specifically, the algorithm would consider 1. Relevance. The autocomplete algorithm would consider the relevance of the search term to the user's query and the relevance of the product to the search term. This will be similar to the way that search ranking algorithms consider relevance when ranking search results. Number 2, popularity. The autocomplete algorithm would also consider the popularity of the search term or product based on factors like search volume and sales performance. This would be similar to the way the algorithm considers popularity when ranking search results. Number 3, user history. Like the search algorithm, the autocomplete algorithm may take into account the user search and purchase history to personalize the autocomplete suggestions and make them more relevant to the individual user. The rank values used by the search ranking algorithm would also play a role in determining the order in which autocomplete suggestions are displayed to users. For example, if 2 products are equally relevant to a user search query, but one has a higher sales rank, the autocomplete algorithm may suggest the higher ranked product first. Overall, the autocomplete feature and the search ranking algorithm work together to provide users with the best possible search experience by suggesting relevant, popular products and displaying them in a logical, easy to navigate order. Okay, so we've spoken about unstructured data. Now let's chat about structured data. The category ladder is an important aspect here. It not only identifies what a project is, example a shoe, but also places it within the hierarchy of categories, example women's shoes, athletic shoes. The category hierarchy helps with the ranking model to understand the relationship between the different products and categories and allows the model to make better informed decisions about what products to present to the user. To make use of the structured data and category hierarchy, Amazon invests a lot into data science, working to understand how to use this information to present the right set of products to the user. The importance of structured data in the ranking process cannot be overstated, as it helps to ensure that the products are properly ordered and ranked based on their relevance to the user search query. So what can we learn from this? We should be thinking about ranking starts with the structured data before the search is executed from the search field on Amazon. Structured data is vital as it drives the foundation of A9 and the roles of the seller, listing creation and or flat files, and of course the catalog team. We all know it's important as people have echoed this for years, but ranking goes way beyond the keywords in the fields that index. We see indexing problems all the time. A lot of it is relevance based, as mentioned earlier in the series. Mostly ranking is calculated on a category level. See episode 1 for that, And this starts way before we think about what indexes. So, in summary, we've covered the importance of rank values to the product search process. Ranking values are assigned by the ranking model, which uses information from the query understanding model to determine the relevance of the different products to a user search query. The ranking value represents how well product matches the user search query and is used to order the search results so that the most relevant products appear first. We also cover determining the relevance of products, which is a very complex task, and that many factors that go into assigning the ranking value, such as product titles, bullet points, price, reviews, and other attributes. We discussed the ranking values play a crucial role in the search process as they impact the popularity, credibility, and the quality of the product shown to the users. I don't need to tell you the importance of optimizing product listings. There are thousands of videos on YouTube on this. What this series is about is sharing with you what the other 99% don't know about A9, all based on the science literature. That way you can run better tests, have a foundation of your observations, so you can cut away the noise and make better decisions for ranking on Amazon. Thank you for your time and attention. Remember, this is all free, so please hit the bell and subscribe. Take care.